Welcome, garden dreamers. You're watching the Rustic Planters, where we bring your home garden dreams to life, one idea at a time. In today's video, we're exploring 21 fairy tale rustic garden ideas made just for small spaces. If you've got a tiny backyard, patio, or balcony, you'll love these whimsical touches that make every inch feel magical. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more cozy and creative garden inspiration. Hit the like button if you enjoy rustic charm, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you bring whimsy to your own space. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's walk through a world of mossy stones, fairy lights, and enchanted corners that will transform even the smallest space into a storybook escape. Let's dive in. Add a mini wishing well as a whimsical focal point in your small garden. Whether it's built from reclaimed wood or upcycled bricks, a tiny well gives your space that storybook touch with minimal space required. Plant trailing ivy or creeping thyme around the base, and tuck in a few solar fairy lights inside for a gentle nighttime glow. It's charming, functional, and nostalgic. Wishing wells evoke magic and wonder, perfect for setting the tone of a whimsical rustic space. You can even add a miniature bucket or carved wood sign for added personality. Tuck a tiny fairy door at the base of a tree trunk, a large planter, or even along a garden fence. It's a charming surprise that invites imagination and delight for both kids and adults alike. Use natural materials like bark, pebbles, and moss to create a door that blends into its surroundings while still standing out as a magical detail. For extra enchantment, add a fairy pathway using miniature stepping stones or pebbles leading up to the door. It gives the illusion that your garden is home to hidden forest friends. Create a vertical trellis using natural branches tied together with twine. Not only does it save space, but it adds a handmade, organic look to your garden setup. These twig trellises are ideal for climbing flowers like sweet peas or morning glories. They bring vertical interest while keeping your rustic theme intact. You can also form arched entrances or tiny tunnel walkways for small gardens using the same method. Instant fairy tale vibes without expensive materials. Line a pathway or garden edge with vintage lanterns or mason jars filled with fairy lights. It creates a warm, glowing trail that feels straight out of a woodland fantasy. Choose solar-powered or battery-operated lights to keep things simple and wire-free. Hang a few from hooks or place them on stumps for layered lighting. Lantern trails are perfect for tiny gardens because they double as both lighting and decoration, transforming your evenings into magical strolls. Add moss-covered stones or bricks as borders, stepping paths, or even stacked miniature walls. They add age, texture, and that wild-grown charm we love in rustic fairy gardens. Moss thrives in shady, moist environments, making it ideal for neglected corners of your garden. Over time, it naturally softens the landscape. Don't be afraid to experiment with moss paint on stones or create a DIY moss garden in a pot, especially if you're working with only a balcony or terrace. Use old chairs, drawers, or even vintage suitcases as planters. Give them a weathered paint finish or let them show their natural patina. It all adds to the rustic allure. Fill them with cascading blooms like lobelia, alyssum, or nasturtiums. The height variation brings interest and functionality to cramped spaces. Each piece of repurposed furniture tells a story. Paired with the right plants, they can look like they're straight out of a fairy tale cottage garden. Place small statues of owls, rabbits, foxes, or hedgehogs tucked between plants or beside pathways. These creatures add personality and a sense of living magic. Choose materials like stone, wood, or metal with a rustic finish. Avoid overly polished pieces. Aged texture adds to the enchantment. You can also craft your own using driftwood or clay for a personal touch. Even one small fox peeking out from behind a fern can be a delightful surprise. Suspend vintage teacups with chains or macrame from tree branches, beams, or hooks. Fill them with small succulents, herbs, or flowering annuals. This idea adds height and charm without taking up ground space, perfect for balconies or compact patios. Mix and match floral china for a truly whimsical cottagecore vibe. Bonus points if you find cracked or mismatched pieces at a thrift store. Turn a wooden barrel into a mini water fountain or lily pond. The sound of trickling water adds tranquility and a sensory experience to your fairy tale setting. Add floating flowers or aquatic plants, and surround the base with polished stones or creeping ground cover. You can even place a ceramic frog or fairy figurine on the rim to tell a story with your water feature. Design a corner of your garden with a tiny village setup, complete with cottages, bridges, and fairy houses. It's like having your own fantasy world in a flower bed. Use small plants like moss, bonsai, or baby's tears to mimic scale and give depth to the village. Add paths made of pebbles or sand, and place tiny furniture or mailboxes to complete the scene. Let your imagination run wild. If you have a narrow garden path or small gate, arching vines create a secret garden-style entrance. It's one of the quickest ways to add fairy tale charm. Use climbing roses, clematis, or honeysuckle on a rustic metal or wooden frame. The result is romantic, magical, and practical. This technique draws the eye upward, giving the illusion of more space and inviting curiosity into what lies beyond. Use vintage spoons, keys, or glass beads to create custom rustic wind chimes. Hang them from tree limbs or hooks to add music to your enchanted garden. The sounds create ambience and encourage you to linger longer. Even a small breeze brings life and movement to your space. Every clink and tinkle makes your space feel more alive and adds another layer of personality to your little slice of paradise. Craft wooden signs with names like Pixie Path, Gnome's Grove, or Enchanted Hollow. Stake them throughout your garden to add playful narrative elements. You can use weathered wood or paint them with soft pastel tones. Add floral or vine embellishments to blend them into the surroundings. These signs give your garden identity and whimsy, like pages pulled straight from a fantasy novel. Install charming, colorful birdhouses made from reclaimed materials like pallet wood or old tins. They attract real birds and bring song and life to your space. Mount them on fences, walls, or even a tree stump. You can also cluster multiple birdhouses together to form a little avian village. Decorate each birdhouse with moss, acorns, or hand-painted floral designs. It's a fairy tale edition with real-world ecological benefits. Create winding pebble paths that feel as though they lead to another world. Use mismatched stones and curving lines for a natural, old-world feel. Pathways guide movement, but also add definition and structure to small gardens. They can make even the tiniest patch feel like an intentional landscape. Add stepping stones with leaf or flower imprints to personalize the journey and reinforce the fantasy element. Use vintage benches, wicker chairs, or tree stumps to create intimate resting areas tucked away among flowers. Add soft pillows, a small table, or drape some fairy lights overhead for cozy evening relaxation. A small garden nook feels like your own secret retreat, perfect for reading, sipping tea, or simply listening to the birds. Add red and white toadstool decorations, either ceramic, wooden, or even DIY painted rocks. They're playful, vibrant, and undeniably fairy tale inspired. Place them near the base of plants or clustered near paths where they'll pop with color and whimsy. You can also plant mushrooms like wine caps or oyster mushrooms for a real, edible version of the fantasy. Let ivy or other trailing vines grow over trellises, pergolas, or hanging rope structures to form leafy curtains. These green drapes add a sense of mystery and enclosure, perfect for small gardens that benefit from vertical elements. As the wind moves through, the gentle swaying leaves bring life, motion, and a soft rustle that adds to the overall magic. Use glow-in-the-dark paint on rocks, stepping stones, or garden ornaments. By day, they're subtle. By night, they shimmer like firefly trails. You can outline paths, draw little footprints, or highlight fairy houses and signs. It's a fun way to extend the enchantment past sunset. These details are subtle, yet captivating, and perfect for evening garden parties or quiet stargazing nights. And there you have it, 21 fairy tale rustic garden ideas for small spaces. We hope these whimsical touches inspire you to transform your garden into a magical escape, no matter how little space you have. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment telling us which idea was your favorite, or share your own enchanted garden tip. We read every single one. Thanks again for watching the Rustic Planters. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planting, and keep creating your own storybook sanctuary. See you in the next video.